Good morning, everyone. Sorry for being late a little bit. We are very glad to see you on this another Friday talks. Hope you're doing well, and as I could see, we have 20 people already.
So, hello to everyone. Hello, it is very nice to see you again on the Friday talk. I believe that everyone could hear us and could see us. So today I will ask our guests to put some comments if the sound is okay, if the picture is okay. So we would appreciate if you would give us some signs that you can see us, hear us, and you are with us. So today we will talk on the reverse osmosis filter. So we will talk on the CROSS90. And as usual, I would like to introduce Oksana. Thank you for joining. Oksana has collected many curious questions. Also, I will introduce in a while to you our technical support engineer, Alexei, who will help us today. So Alexei, I will show it in the room how it looks like. So this is Alexei. Hi. And of course we will do the unboxing of the product. And Alexei has made already nice tests and videos for you. So today we would have both presentation, questions and answer, and of course we would show you how the filter is working and what can we do to break it, and what you might do wrong so that it fail its operation. So today we will share a lot of practical insights that we have received from our R&D guys and from you. So I will start just with the presentation to remind for ourselves a little bit and maybe to present to you the product. So this is my presentation. I believe you can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes. So I will start with the very beginning. So the product name is CROSS90. So the name is not just a name. CROSS is an abbreviation of 5 words. So this is compact reverse osmosis smart system, and 90 stands for the hour flow rate. So basically it gives you 90 liters per hour, and what our first customers who has installed the filter, they are saying that the flow rate is very good enough, and you do not really see, the customers do not really see that this is a filter without a tank. So the first advantage of the compact reverse osmosis system, the first advantage of the CROSS90, that it can work without a tank. Well, Linux, right? So it worked out, you have. I will ask somebody to mute the microphone. It's already done. Thank you. So this on this slide we point at the main key points of the filter, and I would like to stop on it because all of them are very important and all of them are brand new for the reverse osmosis systems that we have used and sold before. So first of all, it has the water quality sensor, and it provides the indication of the water quality not only on the filter itself, but also on the faucet. Then it has the smart filter lifetime reminder. So we would talk what a word smart means in this case. We have also smart faucet. Also, we will talk later. A very important point that the filter has the 50% recovery. So it means that it saves a lot of water for the customer. And basically it reduces the frequency of filter replacement because it needs less water to produce drinking water, and also it has a positive impact on your bill in the end of the month on the tap water. The filter is equipped with an easy replacement of the filters. So basically you could do it very fast. We will show it today. We have the smart flush. Basically, filter has a several flush procedures. All of them, the purpose of all the smart flush procedures is to provide the customer safe and fresh drinking water. It has the tankless design. It has the overtime protection. Also, we will cover it in details. We have already the first experience with that. And it has the water leakage protection. So it is safe for the kitchen. So if any leakage would happen, basically it would protect the kitchen from flood. A little bit in more details, what I have mentioned. So the first, it provides 1.5 liter per minute of the water flow, and this is completely enough for the family. So when you open the tap and you want when you open the faucet, the water flow is enough to provide you water to fill in the glass of water, or even to fill the pot or tea or coffee. And there are several smart functions that I will cover before. And important to mention that we have four filtration stages that are built in the three replacement elements. A little bit more about the smart indication. The first thing important to mention that we have two places on the product to show what is the performance of the filter and what is the state of the filter. So the first place is integrated in the faucet, and the second is integrated on the filter itself. So on the faucet, we have three colors. They are blue, violet, and red. And basically, they are showing water quality, and also they show the state of the filter, if there are any alarms, any faults, or if the time has come to replace the filters. On the filter itself, we have four LED indicators that show two points. The first point is the time when the filter should be replaced, and these indicators, these three indicators in the bottom, they actually show which exactly filter has to be replaced. And also we have the fourth one that show the state of the filter, and also it shows the state of the flushing. This is very important. We will show it on the video later, how it works. And also there is a small secret place. These rounds, or these circles, they're actually not only for the design, but also these are hidden buttons for the technicians to reset the filter. So this is also important. I will also point out this thing when I will talk about the replacement, but this doesn't look like a button, so a technician should know that there is a button behind. The membrane flushing. So there are several procedures on how the membrane is flushed, and every time when you start using the filter, it do a short flush. I think this is very basic features, and we will show it on the picture on the videos. But I would like to point out here an important feature that is very unique for this kind of filters is the filter flushing during the standby period. So basically how it works. So every 12 hours of no operation, or every 12 hours of standby, the filter do the smart flushing by itself. So the customer shouldn't do any action. So the filter just open a special solenoid valve that is integrated inside, a flushing solenoid valve, and it do the flushing by itself just to discharge the water that was standing and that was sitting inside the filter. This smart flushing helps to prevent high TDS in the first glass of water after a standby period. And this is the unique feature that is integrated and that is designed in the CROSS90. We have also the leakage protection. We will talk later on it in the details. And we have the the limitation of the overproduction flow. Just to finalize it, the sizes of the filters are quite compact, so it is narrow and high, so it saves a lot of place under the sink in the kitchen. And what is important to mention that you don't need to install a additional tank, so it also keep the space for other essentials that you may need in the kitchen. I would prefer to show the replacement, the way how to replace the filter in live. So I will skip this slide, and now we can move to the questions and answers and talk a little bit more about the functions and how it is actually made.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rossi. But at the beginning, I would like to get back to the presentation with the slide of the replacement cartridges. At the beginning, we specified that the lifetime of the first cartridge is 6 months. Now I can see there the different period. Can you please explain this?
Yes. So this is the slide you are talking now. So when we just started the product, we thought that we have to replace the cartridges. The first cartridge should be replaced every 6 months because we were focused on the tap water of low quality. But when the first units were sold, we understand that the lifetime of this cartridge is much higher than we expected. I don't know if I will, when I will stop, I will now finish and I will show the cartridge from inside. And then we realized that we could actually change the frequency from 6 months to 12 months because this is enough. The capacity of the filter is enough to cover 12-month operation. Of course, if you would install the filter on the water of low quality, I would suggest to install a whole house sediment filter before. But for the majority of the European countries, 12 months is a good time to cover the capacity of a family. So now, basically, what has changed that now we have 2 replacement procedures. So once a year, on the first year of operation, you replace the first stage and the third stage. And on the second year of operation, you replace all 3. So this is the way how it works now. I will stop the presentation and I will show you. So I think that everyone could see. I believe that
yes,
you can.
It's okay.
Yeah. So you may see that. Do you have a pen? Ручка, yeah? So maybe you will. So you will see that the cartridge actually inside is a combination of polypropylene that is outside, and we have the carbon block inside. So by this double layer filtration, we can ensure 12 months of operation or 4,000 liters of treated water before the membrane. So you see, so this is the filter that was in operation for several months. And we just, for curiosity, we just cut it down so it is not blocked, but the capacity is quite high. And also, I will show. You see, this is the filter. So they have quite a big size. So it is larger than a typical water filtration cartridge, so it has extended flow rate. So this is quite enough for the water of medium and high quality.
Rossi, what is the volume capacity of these filters? Because we discussed some time, and what is the volume?
Yeah, the volume capacity of the filter is 4,000 liters for the pre-filtration and 4,000 liters for the post-filtration. And we have 8,000 liters for the reverse osmosis membrane. So according to our knowledge, this is more than enough to cover family needs. Basically, a family consumes 1,500 liters per year. So this is a typical consumption. So we have 8,000 for the membrane, and we say that this is either 8,000 or 24 months. So if the family is very big, so then, and you would consume, and they would consume 8,000 liters faster than 24 months, then you would have to change it after 8,000 liters. So this replacement logic is not based on or volume or time. So this is and. So it is based on volume and on time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
So we have also the question from Anton. Yes. So they were reprogrammed, and all the filters that are supplied, they are supplied with the 12-month sequence, 12 months frequency, not frequency.
Okay, great. Rosti, thank you so much. And let's start from my question. And I would like to start with the question, I suppose the favorite question of all ladies who presented here is unpacking. So when we get the box, what we can find inside.
So I will maybe I will do it in this way. So I will change a little bit. So I believe now you can see me and you can see the box. So
yes,
when
very
you would,
well.
And you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, this is great. So when you would purchase CROSS90, you would get a very nice box and a big one. So it's with all the writing. So it says what is the product inside, the brand, and we use the brown carton box that is also saves a lot of ink. And then I will. So it is nicely packed. I will do the unboxing like part by part and explain what is inside. So first, separately, we have the front cover that is additionally protected. This is the nicest part. This is the nicest part of the filter. It is in the foam, and also we have the protection with the film that you will remove it when you would finish the installation of the filter. So we have to put it somewhere out, not to damage it. Then I will show it like piece by piece. So this is the faucet, but not a simple one. So this is the smart faucet. So it has I will assemble it. So it has not only the faucet, but also this is the indication that is integrated in the faucet here. And you saw it in the presentation, so it changes the color. And also we have the faucet should be connected to the filter. It has the wire. So here we have the connections. This is the transformer. So the transformer is installed outside the filter. So this is the safety protected transformer. And that is, so it is the way how the laptops are connected. So basically, if you would compare it to Ecosoft filters, where the transformer is located on the product, in the CROSS90, it is separately. It would be installed outside the filter. Then we have the power supply cord, and we have the connection, the connection into the tap water. So with the nut, so it is quite easy to connect it to the tap water supply, and it has the connection. It has the 3/8 connection to the filter, and of course the drain saddle with all the required parts. some clips for the pipes. And also in the next delivery, we have also included a few more fittings like elbow connections to make the installation, I would say, easier for the plumber. So in several with the next supplement, we would have with the next batch, the filter will be also improved. Also, we have the tubes. So we have the red one for the drain, and we have the 3/8 for the inlet. So these are 3 parts. And finally, we have the filter. Important to mention that cartridges inside are packed in the film, so they are both protected from being damaged, and they are hygienically protected, so they are sealed. And I would not. We have a spare ones to show it how it works, but we have 3 cartridges inside: the reverse osmosis membrane, the post filtration, and in the bottom we have the carbon block and pre-filter, the sediment pre-filter. So this is basically the unpackaging, and on one side we have the information of the product. On the other side we have the name of the product and the brand. And here on the top we have the connection ports. So we have here the inlet, connection to drain, filtration. So the connection to drain is my pen. So the connection to drain is marked red. So this is also important for the technicians, because very often they're tired, so that they do not mismatch the filtered water and the wastewater. So the unboxing is finished. We may jump to next topics. Yeah. Maybe I will show the way how the cartridges should be installed, because I think now it is the right point to do so. So installation is very easy. So you just push it to the end, and you should feel how it is tightened. So if you hear this dumb sound, it means that something is wrong. So when you feel that it's fixed, you feel that it's, and then when you rotate it, then it is fixed. And it's very easy to do this, not from the first time. So you have to try it several times, and then you will understand how to fix it. Yeah, now we can jump back to your questions. I will leave it. I think I will need.
Yeah, thanks, Rosti. Just one more question appeared while you were showing the system. So we saw that we can put it very in horizontal position, but is it possible to lay it down?
Yes, you may do so. Because the filters that are actually the filter medias that are used inside, they are fixed. So they are not granular. They are not granular medias. Now I will show you the post filter. It is also cut. So inside there is a carbon block, and of course the membrane. So you may see that there is no granular activated granular medias. It means that you may easily lay down. Mm-hmm. So if there is no space. The only thing that a technician should care about is the leakage sensor.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we will. Let's see how we could do it now. So the leakage sensor actually, this is the only part that need to be. Is it me or can nobody else see video?
No, video is working well.
I think, Jonathan, you have to press to right click on me and press fix on the screen, and then you would see me on the screen. So we come back to the leakage protection sensor. Basically, this is the only part that requires the maintenance, and then it requires the deassembling of the enclosure. So to deassemble the enclosure, there are 4 screws on the front that are hidden under the small rubber O-rings. So we just easily remove them. And then you would need a Phillips screwdriver to unscrew the 4. So we will do it live to explain that it's quite easy. Not to lose it. So when you unscrew it, you can slide it. We have to remove the cartridge. So the cartridge is installed. Right. I will ask Alexei to help me in order not to break it. So this is I think you may see it. I will do it like this. So this is the filter. This is the filter with no cover. So basically, I would not stop on every detail because this is, I think, the topic of the next talks. But yeah, we have to unscrew one more to get access to the. So here on the back is another plate that have to be removed to get access to the leakage protection sensor. So there are no screws on the back, only the fixers. So you would need to apply some force. The plastic is quite robust. So despite the sound and despite you need to apply the force, you should not be afraid that you would break something. So basically, this is the back part. And here in the bottom, we have I think now you can see it. So here in the bottom, the black box is the leakage sensor. So when you would like to put the filter horizontally and keep this function operating, then you just slide it and then place it in the horizontal position like this. And then you assemble it back. I think now you see it.
Yes, we can see that.
And also a good question might be what happens if the leakage happens. So when the leakage happens, the filter would stop its operation immediately. So you would see the sound, you would hear the sound, you would see the red indication on the faucet, and then you would have to dry the sensor. Maybe you would have to deassemble the filter. And when the sensor would be dried, and then you will switch off and switch on the filter, it would resume its operation. So until the sensor is dry and until you restart the filter, it would not resume operation. This is important to tell to all technicians because otherwise filter would not purify water.
Rossi,
Yes.
do we know what the possible sources of leakage could be?
Only theoretically, because by now we have already solved like hundreds. So by now we do not have any questions. So theoretically, maybe somewhere from the pipes, but from the practical point of view, I would say that we have not seen it before. We have not faced this issue yet.
Mm-hmm. So, but again, inside the filter itself. So maybe somewhere in the cartridges or not.
I believe that the potential places where the leakage might happen are the tubes. And in my opinion, the possible places for leakage is the internal part. If the pressure is too high, so if you would exceed the inlet pressure more than 6 bar, then it might be reason for the leakage. So this is my assumption. So whether the mineralization is expected. So the filter, I would answer the question from Anton. So at the moment, the filter is just providing the pure water with no minerals. So this is the way how it works now. So if you would like to add some minerals to the water, then I would suggest to install additional mineralizing filter like the post filter or other type of mineralization between the CROSS90 and the faucet. So you may integrate the post filter like Ecosoft post filter with a 1/4 inch connection, and this would be the way how to get the mineralization.
Maybe someone have any questions about the product at the moment? Because if not, I will continue.
We may ask our guests who has already installed CROSS90. So you may send us plus, or you may send us a digit if somebody has installed more than one. I know that there are people who has installed more than one among our guests. So you can write to us. But we can keep on talking.
Yeah, I know for sure that Sean and his team already installed some pieces, but yeah. If you want to add something, you are very welcome. Okay, let's move forward. And my next question is about the first installation, first launch. What is the sequence of the action, and what tools should the technician should have to install this filter?
So first, I would say that this is the reverse osmosis filter. And basically, you would require exactly the same tools with 1 or 2 exceptions that I will explain now. But you would need to have the same tools. So you would have to need a wrench to unscrew the nuts to connect the filter to the tap. You will need the tools to connect the saddle to the drain line. The first difference is the faucet. Yeah, this is what makes CROSS90 different to the regular reverse osmosis filter. You may see that the faucet has not only the water connection, but it has also the wire. And everyone know that we need to make a hole in the sink or to make a hole in a table to mount the faucet. And normally we may also ask what is the typical size of the drill our guests normally take. But for the CROSS90, you would need a drill of 14 millimeters diameter So this is a larger one. Normally we use 12.5 millimeters drill for the regular faucet, but for this one, you would have to buy a larger one. If you would not have this, you would have to drive to the DIY store to buy a larger one and then go back to the installation place. This is what our dealers in Ukraine has already faced. So the 14 millimeter drill. So this is a new tool that your technician need to have in the car. So this is basically from the installation point of view. All the other points are the same.
Great, but for example, if we do not want to install this faucet, we would like that the customer wants to install the regular 3-way tap. Do we have any specific actions? Is it easy to do because of this wire, or we need to do something?
I will. So first, this is not just a faucet. So this is the faucet with additional indication. And I will ask Alexei to share his screen and to show any video. So you can show the video of the startup. And I think it would be easier to explain, to give. I will come back to your answer with another faucet, but first I would like to show. I would like that everyone see the video and see how does the faucet operating. But yes, I can see your video. So this video shows what is the behavior of the filter when you just first switch it on. So you may see on the faucet right to the left to the filter that it has indication. So now it is this is actually the simulation of no water. I will ask you to play it once again. So this is the simulation of no water connected to the filter. So when there is no water, the faucet would blink. Red. So Alexei is showing that there is no water connection. And when you open the faucet, so you see that it gives you the red indication. So basically, the answer to your question, Oksana, if when it so the answer to your question, if we can replace this faucet, for example, with the 3-way faucet, yes, you can. However, you would lose the advantage of the indication. So this is the answer. But important to mention that the filter operation would not change. So the filter would provide you water, so it would perform all the functions except indication on the faucet. But I would like to remind that we have indication on the product. So this indication would work. So this indication would work just in the way I have explained, and we would also come back to some details of its operation.
So as far as I understood, the indication on the faucet and indication on the body filter, they are the same.
Yes.
Okay.
The logic is the same.
The logic is
absolutely the same.
Okay, and if to continue this topic about the indication, how does it work? By the time or by the volume or both?
So the indication works in the way when any of these cartridges have to be replaced. We would see indication on the product. So the indicator in front of every cartridge set would blink. And also you would see a red alarm on the faucet. So this is the way it works. And then the answer to the question if it's based on the volume or on time. So it is based both on time and on volume. Imagine we have a family of 3 people and they consume roughly 1,500 liters per year. So it means that the membrane would last for at least 24 months, and the prefiltration would last, and post-filtration would last at least for 12 months at least. But if we have a family of 6 people, so the consumption would grow, so it would make not 1,500, but it would be 3,000 liters per year. So it means that our prefiltration would need to be replaced faster than 12 months, because if we have the prefiltration works for 3,000 liters, the 4,000 is the capacity. So when the consumption of the membrane is 3,000 liters, then the prefiltration, you would have this signal faster. So it depends on the family and depends on the consumption.
Okay, but in this case, the situation like vice versa, what would be if we have like 12 months passed, but the consumption less than 4,000 liters? Is it the must to replace the cartridges?
Yes, this is the must. So we would see if this would happen. So if the capacity would remain, but 12 months would pass, then we would see the indicator on the prefiltration, the carbon block, and the post-filtration, the CF1, the composite filter.
Is it possible somehow to reset it, or no, we just need to replace that? And
so
why?
In my opinion, we should follow this logic, because our idea is to provide people with safe drinking water. And when the 12 months, once a year, it is already quite a rare replacement sequence. So I would not recommend to replace it like in 15 months, or wait until 24 months before for the prefiltration or post-filtration to be changed, because these 2 stages, actually, the first protects the membrane, the second provides you the nice smell and nice taste of the water. So anyway, I recommend to replace it strongly according to the indicators.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. On your last video, I saw that it was some information about no water.
Yeah.
Can you please get back to this? What would happen if we have no water before the filter?
Yes, I will ask Alexei to share the video again. And
Rosti? Is
just a moment,
okay
Alexei is sharing the video.
Okay. Now we can see the screen.
So I switched off. Can you see us, Oksana?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So now I will ask Alexei to play the video. So basically how it works. When there is no flow, no water before the filter, it would the pump keep on working for 30 seconds. This is different. This is different to the regular filter. So I will explain a little bit how it works. So in the regular reverse osmosis filter, when you have no water, the filter immediately switches off. In the CROSS90, when there is no water, you would hear the pump working for 30 seconds, and then you would see the indication, the red indication on the faucet. If during these 30 seconds the water supply will be resumed, then the filter would go back to operation. If there won't be water during these 30 seconds, then the filter would stop. It would have the red indication on the faucet. Also, it would have the red indication here on the top indicator. And then to switch it on again, you have to switch off the power supply and switch it on again. So this is the way how it works. And now we can see, yeah, I think that this video we have already seen. So it is just I have explained.
Okay, good. And what about the opposite situation? What if the system runs for some period of time? Do we have any limits with this system?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And so the system, first of all, I have to remind and to have to mention that this system is designed for the family application, and it has the limitation on the maximum minutes, not even hours, but it has the limitation on the maximum minutes for how long the filter can be in operation, and this is 30 minutes. So imagine, so there could be several ways. So the first one, you have just, you open the tap and just forget about it and leave it. So after 30 minutes, it will start beeping. So you would see this, you would hear the sound, you would see the red alarm, and it would keep on running for 3 more minutes. And after 33 minutes, it would stop. So if you really forgot about the faucet, it would stop, and then to resume its operation, you have to switch it off, and then to switch it on. So
it would work immediately. We do not need to wait.
No need to wait until it cooled down or think twice. So it would work immediately. If during these 3 minutes, after 30 minutes, when you hear this beep sound, when you switch off the faucet and switch it on again, it would keep working for 30 minutes more. For example, you have aquarium at home. I'm not sure if you can feel the water from aquarium, but let's imagine you can do. We may ask Sergey about aquarium. But if you fill the aquarium with this filter, so theoretically you could come in 30 minutes, switch it on, switch it off, and then you would have next 30 minutes of pure water. But this is very good question you are asking about the maximum amount of time, because maybe some people would connect this filter for the cafe or the restaurant. Maybe they would use it. And if you would connect it to the large tank, and there would be always water consumption, then it would always be in this error, in this alarm. There is a question in the chat, what does reset means? The reset means you just plug it out of the socket and then you plug it in. So this is the way you reset it. You may do it also.
No, I suppose, Rosti, sorry, I suppose Kate meant, so if we manage to stop it within 33 minutes, we just need to turn on and turn off the faucet. But if 33 minutes passed, we need to switch on the plug. So switch off the plug. So that is the point.
Yeah, we have to plug it out to reset. You are right, Kate.
Okay, but is it possible, when you mentioned about the tank, is it possible to connect this system to the tank?
What we hear from our customers who has already installed, so they say that there is no need to connect it to the tank because it provides quite a high flow for the home needs. Yeah, if somebody for some reason would like to connect a tank, I don't know what is the reason to do so, but if this is a small tank like 3-gallon or 4-gallon tank, then it is absolutely okay to connect it. But you have to remember that in this case, the tank would be connected just after the filter between the faucets, so there won't be any filters in between the tank and your glass. So it is important to mention that the water from the tank, if the tank would stay for 1 or 2 years in operation, then the water quality may go down. So in this case, my answer would be yes, you can, but you shouldn't. Oksana?
Yes. My apologies. I return a few more questions, and let's return to the cartridges. We already discussed some points about the in general information about cartridge. What about the replacement? When we replace the cartridges, what actions we should do just after the replacement?
So I would like to, before answering your question, I would like to cover a little bit other topic, because when you just start the filter, actually the behavior of CROSS90 is different to the behavior of a traditional RO. And this is very important to mention here. So I will switch off my camera and will ask Alexei to share his video. So when you do the first start, you have to do 30 minutes. It is important, 30 minutes flushing. So for half an hour, you would just stay by the filter and do nothing. And this is important because this is the 30 minutes of the initial start of the filter. So now I will ask Alexei to play the video. So when you switch it on, so you would see there is initial flushing. So you may see that the flow rate is quite high. And then it stops. So you see it stops flushing. So the flow is very low. And then there is a button blinking. There is a flashing button. Now it will start blinking. Yeah, asking you to open the faucet. So you see that the top indicator is blinking, and then you have to wait for 30 minutes until the filter would flush itself through the faucet. So you leave it as it is. So of course the faucet would be mounted, but then you wait for 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes, this blue light, the blue indication would stop blinking. And then when you have only blue, it means that it stopped flushing, and then the filter is ready to operate. I will switch again my camera, just a moment. So we have already a question from end user actually, who has contacted us about the water taste just after the installation. So when the filter is not properly flushed, the water taste would be unpleasant, and the customer would see it. So it is important to follow the startup procedure, for this cleaning. And then coming back to your question, so how to replace. So when you see the indicators, it's depending on what is the cartridge that have to be replaced. I don't know. Imagine this is the first one, the CF cartridge. So what we should do, we should close the faucet, switch it off from the electrical supply. The faucet should be closed, and then when we switch it off from the electrical supply, we should wait for a few minutes just to let the pressure go down. So when the pressures go down, we can remove the cartridge. So when the pressures go down, we just rotate it, remove it, and change it to a new one.
Will we be able to remove it just immediately, or we physically cannot do that?
If you have enough force in your hands, yes.
Okay.
So everything can do with force, but I would not suggest you to do so because you may damage some internal parts. So as you may see how I do the replacement, I do not use additional force. So everything is quite smooth. So you insert it, so you feel that it's tightened, now it is unscrewed, and then you rotate it. And inside there is a check valve inside that protects the water leakage during the change. So you do not have to cut the water, shut off the water inside. So basically my advice is not to use force. If you use force, you are doing something wrong.
Okay, and tell about the buttons that you were mentioned.
Yeah, so as soon as you have replaced the cartridge, you have to reset the timer. And these circles.
We do not see it very well. Can you please lift it up? Or
Of course.
Good. Yeah, now it's good.
So these circles are also buttons. So when you replace, you have to hold it until you would hear a sound. It would be a short sound, beep, and then the indicator would stop, would gone. So sound and no indication means that you had reset the timer. So this is basically the sequence. But remember,
sorry, just one more time. Insert the cartridge and press the button.
Yes.
Or press the button and then insert the cartridge.
No, first you replace the cartridge, and then you reset the button. And remember that after every reset, we would have flushing. So it would be not a 30 minutes, but it would be for 5 minutes. So we would have a flushing for 5 minutes to the drain. Is that said? To the drain, and then afterwards you would have again this period of the flushing for 30 minutes to the faucet. So if the filter is new or the cartridge is new, so in both cases we would have the 30 minutes flushing procedure. Like in first starting. No, like I have explained during the first startup.
Okay, that's clear. And I suppose I have the last question on my list. During the presentation of the filters itself and our customers' presentation, we faced with the issue of the damaging of this plastic part on the cartridge. Can you please explain why does it happen and what is and does it have some influence on the performance of the system?
Yeah, I will. Actually, during our presentation, it was also damaged a little bit. So I will now show it how it looks like and if it influenced something. So I will bring back my laptop closer to me. So this is I think now you can see clearly what is damaged. So this part can be, I would not say it is damaged, but you would see some change of the shape.
Scratches,
scratches, change of the shape. Maybe we would do like 5 presentation. I would see that I can assume we would have much more scratches. And to explain how does it influence, we have deassembled one of the filter, and this is the filter head that is inside. So inside the filter head, I don't know if you can clearly see it, but there are two holes here that actually do the waterproof. And we have on the cartridge, we have double O-rings on every connection. We have double O-rings on every connection to make the sealing of the water. So when we insert, so now I will show what happened when you insert the filter when you insert the cartridge in the filter. Actually, it reaches these two holes. And when you do the first push, when you do this, the first push, you seal it. And then when you twist it, you just keep it inside the filter. So this damaged part, it does not influence the sealing of the cartridge. So basically, answering your question, it can be damaged, not just with scratch. It could be highly damaged, but this would not influence the waterproof, and this would not influence the performance. The only thing you have to check if when I try to push it out, so if there is no movement, everything is good. So now the cartridge and the head are connected very well. But if you would apply too much force, if you would not wait for the water pressure to go down, so in this case, these parts would be damaged, but you shouldn't be afraid of that. Just be more gentle to the filter. So is the connection good? Because I can see, I cannot hear you, but you hear me well.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I think this is the connection issues. I think now we can ask our guests if you have questions to us. If everything was clear for you, or if you have any suggestions for the next topic on the CROSS90 or next topic on other products, please feel free to write it now or to contact us afterwards. So we are now more than 1 hour online. I think today we break a record, so it's 1 hour and 7 minutes. I believe it was for us. I think for me and for Oksana, it was an interesting discussion.
Was definitely the source of interesting discussion. Yeah,
I believe that.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I'm grateful for your visiting us, and hope to see you next Friday.
Yeah, also have a nice, as usual, have a nice end of the week. Have a nice weekends, and see you on Friday. Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.